Well, let's get more on this and speak to Maksimas Milta, who's Head of Communications and Development with the European Humanities University. It's a Belarusian university that operates in exile in Lithuania after it was shut down by President Lukashenko in 2004. He joins me now from Minsk. Welcome to you. Thanks very much for being with us here on BBC World News. You've been taking part in these protests over the past few weeks. How have you seen them evolve and also the reaction of the authorities?
Good morning, and thank you for having me. Indeed, this is already day 23 of peaceful revolt here in Belarus, and it has been a shift in tactics, it has been a shift in everyday dynamics of the revolt, but it is essential to stress here several points. And first and foremost is unprecedented shift in demography and in geography of the protest. This is no more the scenario of 2006 or 2010 when we have witnessed, well, one square in Minsk being occupied by protesters, but that would last only for one night straight after elections. This is continuous marathon of the various rallies and various protest actions that the protesters are doing here in Minsk, in other larger cities, in the smaller towns and communities. At the same time, the social groups are so diverse. You can see football fans, you can see young entrepreneurs, you can see people of senior age all together marching en route freedom and their dignity. Yesterday, the rally that has taken place here in Minsk has brought together up to 200,000 people. This is already a third Sunday in a row that rallies of this scale are taking place in Minsk. And indeed, at a certain moment, it has seemed that maybe this time riot police forces together with army troops, they have basically experienced what Lukashenko had anticipated. But what is tremendous here, that people are able to regroup themselves and being able to use this horizontal driven mobilization in order to identify another way where to go, how to bring together. And it is essential to stress also the internet limitations here. It has become a certain level of reality, a paradoxical reality, that whenever you have a rally in Minsk or any other major cities in Belarus, internet connection is fully shut down. No exclusion was yesterday.
And what do you make of the reaction by the authorities, which certainly yesterday we saw a massive increase in a show of strength from the police, the military and the president, who came out toting a gun?
Indeed, this is bizarre, and I must admit that last Sunday Lukashenko again has come out with a gun, and this photo has been disseminated by his press team. Now, the use of force is not something uncommon here in Belarus. The last 26 years, Lukashenko has building up his image as a strong man, and evidently the use of army has been something that has been stressed, and also riot police by Lukashenko and his closest affiliates for a number of occasions. But what is essential here, I believe, is that it's not even yesterday on Sunday, but the day before on Saturday, when women's rally has taken place in central Minsk, roughly 10,000 women joining the rally, and they have been able for the first time to demonstrate that there is no fear against riot police, that women are actually stronger in being and smarter and more intelligent in being able to find another way how to tackle, how to break down the earlier tactics of riot police. So whenever riot police tries to block one street, rally identifies another street. And again, we're talking about conditions of no internet access. And I believe that it has been Saturday when rally has basically proven its right to public spaces, to have proven its right to streets and squares of Minsk. And yesterday on Sunday, this has been just another time evidenced. In 200,000 people at least were yesterday in Minsk, not to mention also other...
Maximus, I just want to come in because we're running out of time. I just want to ask you another question. The president depends very much on his position on the Russian president, President Putin. Do you sense that that support will shift if these protests continue in the strength of numbers that they are doing?
What we know well from history is that Kremlin never supports those who are failed strongmen, those who are failed dictators. It has been proven a number of times. And as it has been said on the other side by Nobel Prize winner Svetlana Alexievich, Lukashenko is the only one who, Putin is the only one who Lukashenko still talks to. So evidently Kremlin has its very strong stakes here. It has been the case for the last 26 years. So the role of Kremlin cannot be downsized here. But at this moment, I believe that Kremlin is observing the situation, anticipating anticipating where will the people's mood shift. So far, 22 days in a row, people were going out and protesting in a peaceful revolt, in a peaceful demand for elections. So I would rather anticipate some attempt of Kremlin to meddle into further transition period, meddling in a hybrid way, as Kremlin is often trying to meddle in other countries' affairs, and that would probably be a different tactics for them.
Maksimas Milta, thank you very much for your analysis and joining us from Minsk.